16th of April. I took the day off work again, mainly just so I can come and pre-bait my golden wheat peg. I'm actually going to pre-bait a peg next to it as well. I'm going to give up on that Suigestu lake. Chuck up with the done me, I think, and there's no point fishing for just Sunday. Saturday's going to wipe out the nose. So I'm going to pre-bait the next peg as well. I'm going to take you through how I've been feeding this. I'm feeding it 3 times a week: Friday night, Sunday night and Wednesday. So I want to take you through how I'm feeding it and what I'm doing. So, the bulk of the mix is bird food. You see that? A little bit closer to the camera. Bird food, so this is soaked 48, 36 hours, something like that. And then boiled for 45 minutes. There's probably about, I don't know, 10 kilos of bird food in that one. Got some in here as well. About 10 kilos of hemp. I've probably got about 20 kilos of particle. Got it in 2 buckets, it won't all fit in this brown bucket, which is the one I normally use. You can see in there, there's about a kilo of tigers. Again, properly soaked and prepared. 40 hours soaking, probably an hour cooking. Really nice and swelled up, nice and big. I'm just going to dish it a bit because it looks like there's more hemp in this bucket than bird food. And more bird food in this bucket than hemp. A real challenge to mix this up, there's been so much of it. Right, into this, I'm going to put a bag of this. It's just Japanese method mix. Put half in here, half in here. That's I don't know, a couple of kilos, 3 kilos maybe. Got another one, different, same brand, different make. I'm going to put this in as well. Give that a good mix round. Loads of food. These big buckets you can get right in up to your elbows and get it really mixed in well. That. Same again with this one. There's much water in this, might just put some more water in it. I think what I'll do is I'll transfer it all to the black bucket, and I think I'll mix it all in there when it's finished. take that. Alright, black bucket's absolutely full. I'm going to guess there's 35 or 40 kilos in there. It's pretty well mixed now as well. Right, got about 5 kilos of pellets to put in, so I'm going to divide this for the second peg. This is what's going to go with me for Friday night, this weekend peg. It's the last time I'm going to fish a second peg. Next time I fish after that, it will be on this peg for the Golden Week session. There's plenty there. Next then, got 5 kilos of koi pellets. Probably put about 4 kilo in there. Kilo in there, that's a bit too much. We'll finish off with that. Mix that round as well. This is definitely going to need some more water. I'm going to go in the spot otherwise. It's going to go in, it's not going to come out. So these pellets up right to the bottom. I want to make sure that each bit of peg gets some pellets. I'm basically going to put this all across the front of the peg. So there's some poles on the left, we'll start there. I'm going to put it all the way through to poles on the right. I'll put buoys over the top, I'll get onto the buoys next. I'm going to go a bit further to the buoys. I'm going to go a bit another 50 yards to the right, so there's probably about 100 yards of bank going to get buoys. There's probably about 30 yards bank going to get this. Lovely. Right, I'll do that. Clean my hands off. I'm going to put some water in that, I think. Dodge it up a bit. I haven't just overdone that. This is match fish. Used to take more care of the ground mate than this. This is basically just pure food and just looking to get it to the bottom as quickly as possible. I figure the wetter it is, the faster it's going to go down. But if it's too wet, it will just hang in the top of the water, won't it? I think that pellet will dry most of that up. I'm using this to keep the cost down. I'd love to put a couple hundred kilos of boilies in, but just don't need it. I think just cheap bait will do. Enough boilies in there to just put enough boilies in there to give them a taste and give something good for the hook. Right, that's done. That's what's going in this peg. Just talk a bit about the boilies. I'm going to put 3 kilos in this peg and 3 kilos in the peg next door. I've got some. What's up there? Using both. They are 20mm, 18mm Solar Club Mix dumbbells. 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are B5s. Central Bait's B5, my favourite bait. 20mm, not smallest ones. Got some extra bait here. Kilo of sauce. I'm going to put a kilo of sauce in each bucket as well. That's that one. Stink. Right there. Right. Give or take 100 gram, that's about 3 kilos. So let's rinse out this bucket a bit. mix these up in here. So I'm going to use a spod for the spod mix. I'm just going to underarm these boilies in. I don't think there's any need to put them too far out and they're going to get into the dirty bottom. Nice mix there. That'll go in this peg. Go for next door. The moving next door could be a good move actually. You know, in the event that I get kicked off this peg because of by the farmers or someone's in this peg, I don't think there's much chance of them being next door. So, in a worst case, I'll have to try and drag them out of this peg into that peg next door. That's better than, you know, at least if there's been some bait in next door for a week and I put bait on Sunday night and I left, at least there's a chance of doing that. So that's second, that's the other peg. That's that peg next door. Right, spod gear. Got the biggest spod I could find, it's a Nash one I think. And that goes in, it's ginormous. You know, it'll probably take 50 spods in this bucket to be empty. That's quite a rate considering how much in there. It's probably, you know, there's a good weight of stuff in there when it gets in. Got a cheap old spod rod, I think it's a Total Fishing Banshee, bought a set, this is a marker, 50 quid or something it was, and I got sent over. Really stiff, powerful, I can overhead cast this. Decent spod reel, I think it's a Shimano, it's got a few line clips on it, not using them today though, we don't need them, just underarm it. The shot leader, don't know who makes it, I think it's the SP. It's a braided shot leader, really important, it's good standard, 4 or 5 turns on there, be a little bit more by the time I wind the spot up to the middle. There's a floating braid on there as well, I don't know who makes that either, it's bright yellow, floats really well, could be fox. It just picks the line up. Got a Albright knot in between, left the tags fairly long. The good thing using braid to braid, you leave the tags long because it goes really soft. You never feel the knot, you never hear the knot. It never catches, so that's sound. Simple ring swivel up there, attach it all together. Last bit of kit got essential for the braid is this finger stall. Bought it in Japan, it's small actually. It's pretty tight, nice tight fit. All the way around the wrist, you see that, leather finger. Stop, you know, sometimes you get like a little cut across the joint of your finger where you're holding the braid. You need to make sure that the spool's right screwed down so nothing slips. You know, it's a big spod, you know, half a kilo probably when it's loaded. It will take braid off the spool if you're not careful. So you just need to make sure you've got a finger stall. Lots of different ones available, lots of different prices, you've got lots of choice. Right, rubbish don't we? Get rubbish tidy. I'm going to put some bait in. Can't get the handles on this bucket now. Right, that's all the spod mixing, all the boilies as well. Fairly tired now. I'm going to go and put the bait in the next peg up as well. That'll do it for the weekend. Come back on Friday night, put more bait in here. Come back on Sunday, put more bait in. And the following Tuesday, and it all starts. So I guess it'll be the same routine, three more times. Let's go some that. Okay, I hope you can see this. There's a map of the 3 lakes, quite a bit further. You can see the 5 lakes, and you can see the sea on the other side. Just going down here, this is some Mikata. This is Seto, so this is the gap between Mikata and Suigestu. This is where the water flows out. The water flows in along the river here. That's the Hasegawa. Okay, Matabe is there. JA, where I fished the week, is about there. Araday's up here. And Horikiri, which is the cut through to Lake Suga. Lake Suga's here. Is there. Go to Suigestu. Seto. That's where we are now. That's where this map is. Go around. My spot is going to be about there. So I've been fishing here on the 19th, 20th of April. Come up here, that's the boathouse and the hotel in that corner up there. That's where Chris is going to be, that's where I was last year. That's the exit going out into that lake there, I know what it's called, but that's the saltwater lake. Little cut through there, and there's a big cut through here into the saltwater lake. Both these go out into the sea. So Lake Suga, I was fishing about there a few weeks ago. That's the cut through into between Suga and Suigestu. That's Mikata Goko. This is the Hasegawa, this Hasu River. You can do I'm going to come from upstream. So that's the bridge that they made recently. That bridge wasn't there a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago. They constructed that, it's still not being used. It's going to go through that tunnel in the mountain over there, or the hill over there rather. Right, so going down the river. Someone's got the rods out here. There's a Yakuza from Kyoto. Interesting character. He's got another set of rods out down there, and you can see his car near the bridge. Right, so this is where the river flows down. It flows out into Mikata Lake. You can see the islands over there. I'll go up here and take some photos and video from there, but it flows down into Mikata, and Mikata goes right around the back there. It goes all the way around. Horikiri, so the cut through into Suga Lake is probably around there. So I'll walk to the point and do some more footage. Right, this is the mouth of the river. You can see the point there. A lot of big fish off that point. Just fishing about 10 metres this way. So this side of the river shallow, that's so deep. It's about 5 or 6 foot. Go off that point, fish this way. You can't get there today because the gravel works up there. So until that's gone, we're going to fish here. But it's a good peg. You can see. That's always been there, that stuff. You can see in the middle of this, there's all sorts of snags. They came down in the last typhoon. They haven't been cleaned out yet. You can see the bird island there. You can see we have to go off into the distance that way.